You know, in some ways, it feels like Alice in Wonderland around here. It's unbelievable where we are today. It's almost surreal. This Judiciary Committee is no longer an independent branch of government, and we're supposed to be. The Senate's supposed to be an independent, equal branch of government. We're no longer that, but we're an arm and a very weak arm of the Trump White House. Every semblance of independence has just disappeared. It's gone. And I think that is something historians will look at, and they'll call it a turning point in the United States Senate. This committee, after months of breaking precedent after precedent in a manic rush to fill a Supreme Court seat, is now on the verge of voting on a nominee who has been credibly accused of sexual assault, and the committee hasn't even conducted a meaningful investigation. Yesterday, we heard the powerful and courageous testimony of Dr. Christine Blasey Ford. Following her testimony, I doubt that not one of us left the committee room doubting her credibility. I'm sure nobody doubted her credibility. But then, Judge Kavanaugh angrily denied the allegation, and I'll get to that shortly. But we should all agree that a credible allegation of sexual assault against a nominee to our nation's highest court demands that we proceed with the utmost caution. Our constitutional obligation, at the very least, is to investigate these allegations properly. This isn't about delaying a nomination until after the election, even though we have that precedent when the Republicans did that with Merrick Garland. This is about doing our job. This is what we're elected to do, what we're paid to do. And the first step is an FBI investigation. That has always been the first step when new derogatory information comes to light about a nominee. Even in one instance when the information was as minor as decades-old marijuana use, Republicans still made sure we had an FBI investigation. Why is Judge Kavanaugh, who is facing much more serious allegations of sexual abuse, why is he being held to a lower standard than all the nominees before him? Certainly all the nominees I've seen in 44 years. A proper investigation also means hearing from all the witnesses. That includes the 4 witnesses who signed sworn affidavits offered by Dr. Ford. And most stunningly, this committee has refused to call the sole eyewitness to the alleged assault, Mark Judge. Instead, all we have is a brief letter from Mr. Judge vaguely asserting that he has no memory of this alleged incident. Well, I'd like to ask him questions about that under oath, and a lot of us would. He has effectively nailed a do not disturb sign, and apparently the Republicans on this committee are satisfied, as if oral testimony and opportunity to question a witness is unnecessary. Now, whether you believe Judge Kavanaugh or you believe Dr. Ford, the fact that we're not allowed to hear from somebody who's said to be the sole eyewitness is outrageous. Everybody here knows that. I said yesterday that an earlier time the Senate failed Anita Hill, whom I believed. Today we're doing even worse. At the time of Anita Hill, we had an FBI investigation. We had almost 24 witnesses. Here, Republicans are not willing to do either, even if it would delay this information, or this nomination, just a matter of a week or two, certainly far short of the November election. They don't want to hear women who have relevant evidence. Is that really what the Senate Judiciary Committee has lowered itself to?